Okay, well then let me tell the good friend story.
Which one?
The one with him too.
Oh.
So we're at work, and then one day, like, mind you, I don't like go, like, it's work and go straight home. Work, go home, you know. Yeah. And one day he's like, bro, can you do me a favor? He had just started working there and stuff, and then he's like, can you do me a favor, bro? Like, that's how we got connected again, you know, because I saw him there, and I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, bro, after work, you know, I need to go run some errands, but I don't have a ride. Can you take me? I'm like, all right, bet. I think I call my mom or something, and I'm like, Ma, why llevar a un amigo, you know, go do some shit? And she's like, okay, ¿está cerca? I'm like, I think so. Man, this dude took me far, right? He was far, mind you. Like, this is like the first time I see him in years at this job. I don't know where he lives. I don't know what he's been up to. Nada, like, but se mira calmado, you know, like he's whatever. We go and we're just talking. It was like normal, catching up, you know. Mm-hmm. But I never got where he stayed, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, whatever. And then we get to the place, and it's a house. Fucking slab outside, candy paint, 84s, all that shit. And then I'm like, oh, what are we doing here? He's like, I gotta pick some stuff up, bro. I'm like, okay. Se abre el garaje, and some guys just, like, he gets off, and then the guys, they're talking, and then the guy's looking at me like, what the fuck is that? Like that, you know? Mm-hmm. What the fuck is that? I see. And I'm just there in my car, like.
Was that the when you had the LinkedIn? The Lincoln?
I had the Lincoln.
The LinkedIn.
And then he's like, nah. And then I see, right? Se meten. He comes back out. He's like, pero se metieron like for 15 minutes, you know? I drove like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
And then he comes back out, and then he's like, all right, bro, we can go. I'm like, all right. And then I didn't question it. I'm not trying to be like nosy about it, you know? And then I'm leaving, and we drive for like 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
We drive for like 5 minutes, and he's like, oh, bro, I left something over there. Can we go back? And I'm like, you serious? And he's like, yeah, bro, my bad, bro. I forgot it on the table. All right, go back another 5 minutes. I go, he gets off, stays another 10, right? And I'm just there like, what the fuck, man?
I remember when you...
And then he comes back, and this time he looks different, right? And that's when I'm like, okay, he's high, you know? He took some shit while he was in there. I don't know what the fuck, right? So then this is where it gets trippy, right? So then he's next to me, and I'm driving. He's in passenger, and he's just looking outside. And I'm like, hey, bro, so what? Do I take you home or what? You know? And then he's like, huh? What? I see, right? And I'm like, do I take you home? And he looks at me. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? He's like, Roland, what are you doing here, bro? And I was like... the hell? Oh my. And then I'm like, you're joking, right? And then he's like, man, bro, I haven't seen you in a long time. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm just like, hey, bro, so where do I take you? Like, once we get there, where do I take you? He's like, nah, just keep driving, bro. Just keep going close to the house. I'm like, all right. And then I'm driving. I start seeing him. He's like dozing off, right? He's a big dude. Like, he's short, you know, pero he's like, stocky, you know. And then he's like dozing off. I'm like, hey, bro, hey. Like, I'm grabbing his shoulder. He's like, hey, don't fall asleep, dude. Like, I don't know where you stay. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, whoa, like that though, like out, you know. Man, I fucking hit the fuck out of him, like for real, on his chest. And he was like, okay, he was like this, and then he just like knocked out like this. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. Like, I fucking hit him on the fucking chest. I see like it hurt me, you know. Like, I hit him hard, and then he woke up. He was like, what? I'm like, bro, where do you stay? At this point, my eyes are watery as fuck. I'm like, bro, where do you stay? You know, like, I don't know where to go, dude. Like, and then he's just like out of it, and I'm just like worried at this point. I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, I'm driving, like, the hell is this? Like, I just wanted to go home, you know. And then all this for being a good friend, you know.
Yeah.
Then I get to I get off 225, and I'm getting close to the house. I pull up at that gas station before the neighborhood, and then he wakes up. right? Oh, I pulled up because I asked him, I'm like, hey, bro, hey, we're like in the neighborhood. Like, where do you stay? He's like, oh, bro, I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go to the store. He gets off and I see him and he's like talking to the guy. And I'm just like, fuck this. I'm out, you know? And I fucking leave. And I left him there at the gas station. I'm fucked up for that, right?
Yeah, you are.
I get home to my mom and I'm like telling her, Ma, and I'm just like frustrated, like eyes watery, and I'm just like, Ma, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, I had to leave this dude over there, man. I'm not again like not trying to have the responsibility. Mm-hmm. My mom's just like, Rollies, no puedes hacer eso. Like, you have to go get him. Like, ¿cómo lo vas a dejar allí? You know, I'm like, Ma, well, where the fuck do I take him? I don't know where to take him. Like, no me dice, I don't know. You know, I'm just like, she's like, no, you can't do that. And then, so I go back and then I'm like, just had this fucking panic episode at the house. I go and then like, he's like outside, like arguing with a fruit guy, you know, which I think we know who that is, yeah. Right? And then, I just like pull up next to him. Beep, beep. And then he's like, rolling. I'm like, bro, where you been? I've been waiting for you. He's like, oh shit. He's like, I didn't see the car. I'm like, nah, I just moved. I was waiting for you. And he's like, oh, right. At this point, he's kind of like sobered up, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm driving. And then como que me said, oh, just pull up right here, right? We pull up. And then he's living at this house or whatever. And what do they call them? I don't know if...
Like it's not a halfway.
But it might have been. I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to say like... Yeah. But this... that
one house, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a house. And then we get off. And then the lady's there. Like the one who is like... In charge of him. And it's like a movie, right? So she's like... She calls him by his name. Hey, like... Are you high? You know? And then he's like, no. And then she's like... Oh, and you are? And I'm like, oh, I'm Rolando, whatever. Like, I'm his homeboy. I just gave him a ride. And she's like, okay, well, if you're not going to tell me, he's going to tell me. And he's like, is he high? And you don't lie to me, is he high? And I'm just like, and then he's standing behind me, like behind my shoulder, and he whispers in my ear, don't say anything, you know? Like a movie. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, yes, he is. And then he like bumped me in the shoulder. Mm-hmm. Like he walked past me. He's like, just like, man, bro. Like, maybe I'll see. Mm-hmm. And then I felt like, fuck, you know? Mm-hmm. And then, se metió con ella and I'm out of there. And I just went home.
And whole calling you afterwards, that was after.
Yeah, that was after. Yeah. So calling me like, hey, bro, can you come pick me up? That was after. And that's why I was like, no, I'm not going to go. Like, I've already had this fucking crazy experience with you. Like, fuck no. Long ass story, right? But... It just goes to show, like, I'm a good friend. No. I'll do some good friend shit, you know, but...
No, yeah. But again, this is when you were younger, too. Because I remember whenever you told me you took off. And I was just like, no, you have to go back. And then you talked to your mom and she told you had to go back. And I remember, I think you called me. You're like, what do I say? I'm just going to pretend that I never left.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
But, hey, bro,
because I remember,
I was right here. I was waiting for you. Yeah. Like, fucking not me having a whole ass panic episode at the house.
Yeah, because your house was super close to that gas station anyways, and it's not like he could have gone so too far, like, you know.
Yeah, but I did think like, fuck, like I need to go back because like, what if he left somewhere, you know?
Yeah, and then it would have been like on you, but
on me, not on me, but I would have felt like
yeah. No, yeah, guys, Roland is a good friend, obviously, like he's not that bad.
That's fucking crazy. Like,
it's one of
I wonder how I'm gonna cut that up into a clip because it's a good story. But people just have to watch the fucking shit, you know?
Yeah, they do gotta watch it. That's crazy that even happened to you. Like, out of all people, like you know.
Me, like I'm like having maybe that's what cut my patience and fucking. Not even half, like a quarter. Well, you never had
patience. What are you talking about?
You think that didn't take patience?
That you didn't have a choice. How were you going to tell him?
Nah, I lost patience quicker. I slammed the fuck out of his chest. Like, just because he was falling asleep.
You don't have patience. I'm pretty sure that while you were waiting for him, you were probably texting me pissed that you had to be waiting.
Was, yeah.
You were probably like texting me.
What the fuck? 15 minutes?
Like, what the fuck? I'm still here. Like,
well, I should just leave.
You should have finished your water. you
Right now. Oh.
had water in your mouth. Oh my god.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
crazy.
too funny.